Okay, so today what we are going to do is we're going to get into making sounds on Scratch. So what we'll do is I'm going to get another sprite out. Oh my gosh, there's a bear in the cat's room. I'm going to move the cat over here. And my bear, I'm going to go to costumes because I actually want to flip him around. So I'm going to hit flip horizontal. Now I've got the bear facing the other way. I'll just do it to the other costumes too. Boy, there are a lot of bear costumes. Okay. They have 7 of them. It's good. This costume set would be really good for animating walking, the bear walking, because he's got so many different costumes. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this interactive. And I am on the bear right now. So I'm going to make it so that if I click him, so I'll get an event block when this sprite is clicked. And I'm going to do sound. Now, for the bear, if I click the sound tab right here, there is just a pop. That's kind of a random sound for a bear. So I'm going to click the trash can and get rid of it, and I'm going to go into choose a sound. And you can see here up at the top there are some tabs to help you sort out which sounds you want, because they have a lot of sounds. You don't want to go searching through all of them at once. It's better to narrow it down. So if I click animals, let's see what we have. Well, we got ba. Oh my. So if you take your cursor and you float over top of the little circle, you get to hear the sound. You don't even need to click it. And let's see. I'm looking for a sound for my bear. Let's see. Moo. Oh, now wait a minute. I know something that some of you might not know yet about Scratch and sounds. Let's try growl. Grunt. Now that sounds more like a bear to me. But let's suppose that I wanted to take the growl and I wanted to make it better. So you have some wonderful features here that are very fun to play around with. And today it's mostly going to be experimenting with sounds. So if I hit the play button, I hear a growl, but that doesn't sound like a bear. It sounds more like a dog. So I've got this. I've got faster and slower. Now watch what happens when I click slower. Now it's starting to sound more like a bear. So maybe I like that. Maybe I want it to be louder. That's pretty good. All right, so that could be my bear sound. If I'm happy with it, I'll go back to the code. When this sprite is clicked, play sound, and then it says growl until done. So now when I click the bear, it'll make that noise. If, for example, I wanted to change it up even more, I can duplicate that sound. So on your keyboard, you have a key that says ALT. That means alt or alternate. If we click on that while we're over top of that sound, you'll get some choices. I have duplicate, export, and delete. I'm going to click duplicate. And that's going to give me, now if you look, I've got this sound and I got this sound. So I've duplicated the two sounds. They don't look the same anymore. I'm not sure why they don't look identical. This one and this one are the exact same sound, but their sound shape profile looks different. Anyway, what I can do is I can take this sound now and I can kind of play around with it. So maybe I want to fade in. So let's see what that does. Go back to the first one. Hear how it changed. They made the beginning of the sound softer, and then it got more intense as it went on. But there's other things you can play around with too that are fun, like there's robot. You can see it changes the way that sounds. And if you ever make a change and you don't like it, remember there is the back arrow, which will take away that last change. I can also reverse it. Well, that's it still sounds like a bear, just in reverse. I've got fade in, fade out, mute. I can make it softer and louder. So I've got some fun controls there. Now, one more thing I can do. You see this is an old-fashioned microphone icon. So if you click on this, you can see right here, it's picking up my voice. And when I click record, I could make my own sounds. Right now, let's listen to it. Okay. Now, there was a whole bunch of what some people call dead air. It was time that went by without a sound. Listen again. So I can trim that. You see these orangish-looking circles right here. I can move this over, and those bars are indicating to me that it's going to remove that sound. So I'm going to remove some of that dead air, and then you can see there's this long, thin string of dead air at the end. I'll get rid of that. And then let's play it. There we go. I'm going to save that. Recording 1. I'm going to rename it My Bear Growl. All right, so I renamed it My Bear Growl. And now, here's the fun part. I can play around with it. And I can always undo it by clicking the back arrow. And now it's back to normal. Maybe I like that, maybe I don't. I can reverse it. So you've got the sound tools to play around with to try and get the sounds you want. And what we can do then is we can use those event blocks to make it interactive. So when we click on our characters, we can hear different sounds. If you think you understand it now, you are able to go experiment with the sounds. This is definitely a headphones in kind of project or activity so that we're not all hearing everyone's sounds all at once. If you want to share a sound with a neighbor, you can let them listen to it on their headphones or your headphones. But this should generally be a pretty quiet time in class, believe it or not, even though you're working on sound. All right, good luck with your sound experiments.